Introduce yourself and say hi to the viewers.
Hi, my name's Claude Schneider and I'm the founder of Portfora.
What does Portfora do?
Portfora is a portfolio site for the fashion industry. So professionals in fashion, models, photographers, makeup artists, fashion designers can showcase their work. They also get a network of people to work with, jobs to apply for, and then there's a market-leading unique scheduling tool to save them time updating their portfolios in social media.
That's pretty cool. Is that your background industries? Fashion? You look pretty fashionable.
I try to dress well because I hang around with a lot of fashionistas. I come from a fashion photography as kind of a part semi-professional background.
Oh, really?
Mostly I'm a product guy.
Ah, products. Products and ideas.
Yes, so I've got the web development skills, design and UX, so I implement the ideas that I have based on problems I faced and other people's problems, and just trying to make their world better and easier.
That's a good way of approaching business. I like that. So what's the stupidest idea you ever had?
Stupidest idea probably was right now trying to work on 3 big projects at the same time and being kind of the sole person doing all 3.
Are you a one-man founder?
I am, and that is a flaw that I'm trying to fix by getting co-founders.
Are you?
I think teams are necessary for success.
What makes a great team?
A spread of skills, so complementing each other, someone who's strong maybe on the technical and the visual side, someone who's strong on the business, marketing and business development, complementing passions, communication as well, and just being really competent, I think are all vital.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. Let me ask you a couple of left field questions. You got any tattoos?
I don't, but when I was living in Vancouver, I became obsessed with them because everyone has them over there, and it becomes a fascinating talking point.
Do you want a tattoo?
I don't. If I had the chance, it would have been when I was on my gap year, and it would have been a 4-leaf clover, because I had a love affair with Ireland at the time.
Oh, that's very cute. What, was your gap year in Ireland?
No, it was in Israel, but I wanted to move to Ireland after my degree. Didn't happen.
Fine, no worries. What's your first memory of the internet, Claude?
First memory was at University College London, and they had the pre-internet, and I was about 16, and we went onto the Pizza Hut website and thought, wow, you can order a pizza remotely.
When was that?
It was about 95.
Really? Pizza Hut had a website in 95?
They were one of the very first.
Yeah, they must have been. I don't remember Pizza Hut having a website. How long did it take to literally pixelate a pizza image
I
into existence?
don't know, but it was on Janet, the ARPANET, so they had fast internet for universities.
Oh, right. Awesome. What was the first product you brought to market? You said you're a product guy, you're obviously an ideas guy. What was
So I've been building
first?
websites for myself for a while. I made one for other people called Cantab Photos, which let Cambridge...
Count up photos?
Cantab being the Latin for Cambridge. For Cambridge students to sell and showcase their photos. So it's a photo hosting site. Then
Does that still exist?
it does still exist. Has tens of thousands of photos on there, and people still buy prints
What's
from
the
it.
URL? Cantab.what?
Cantabphotos.com.
Cantabphotos.com.
Yep.
I'll check that out.
I also launched a startup with a friend who's a property auctioneer called Auction Your Property. The idea was to try to sell your home online through auction.
When was that?
That was a good 10 years ago.
That's
Market
pretty early
wasn't
days.
ready for it yet.
Sure. I've seen that happening kind of now as an opportunity. Are you looking at that again? Would you go back into it, or were you just ahead of the curve so far?
I've always, for 15 years, wanted to launch a startup, and this was a friend of my brother who had the idea and the experience and the funding, so it was a good partner. Sadly, we didn't quite get, we weren't quite ready for, or the market wasn't ready for this.
Really?
We were first to market with this, and people just weren't ready.
Yeah, when you're building a first to market, you've got one advantage of being first to market, but you've got to spend loads of money on essentially making people aware of this new market that exists.
And it's a big ticket item that it's difficult to convince people to do.
Absolutely, and people don't want to get it wrong at all. That's an interesting one, though. Let me think of a couple of other questions that we could ask. What would you do with unlimited funding in terms of anything, actually? Anything? Blue sky?
In terms of startups, I'd hire the best team, most intelligent and passionate and competent people, give them free runway to go and produce an amazing product, do loads of research and marketing and then implementation. Blue sky, I'd probably pay for my favourite friends to go on a skiing holiday to Whistler.
Can I come with you?
Please do, yeah. Unlimited funds, everyone can come.
How did you or do you survive without investment, if you have investment?
So one of the 3 projects I mentioned is consultancy work that I do for a company, so that funds me. I also have some funds of my own that survives me, but given I'm doing all the development myself, my costs are virtually 0. So just paying rent is my main kind of runway.
Awesome, thank you very much indeed. Claude, we've got to cut it there, but thank you very much indeed. We may well see you on Disrupt's anti-pitch, who knows?
Thank you, Bird.
It's a pleasure, mate, it's a pleasure.